So first I want to start off by saying that this dev workshop for the Corpus Proxima, the new Railjack update, they added new information on March 9th. All right? March 9th, they added new information in this new update that's going to be coming out for PC first. All right? And it should be the next week it should be coming out, or probably this week, but we're not really for sure. So yeah, I mean, a lot of changes have been added and discussed in this uh dev workshop. So, and there's also a video on it, but that's not an important thing I want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about is obviously the Lavos and Hildryn changes. So as you see the title and everything, that's what I really want to talk about. But that's not the only thing I want to talk about. There's other things I do want to talk about in this thing. So first thing I want to talk about is this. Like, there's changes going on with this, and it's looking pretty scary, as they say right here. So Lavos, Hildryn, and they say why Warframe energy. So there seems like it's gonna be a change in with shield and the cooldowns for Hildryn and Lavos. Lavos has the cooldown, Hildryn has the shield. Alright? And yeah, it's looking pretty scary because they might be turned into energy warframes instead of being what they are now. Alright? Now, of course, those ability warframes are like this. Like Lavos and Hildryn, they don't run on energy, obviously. Alright? They can pick up energy ores, but it just won't really have an effect on them. I would say Hildryn probably has the only warframe that has an effect on them. It just boosts the shield a bit more. That's what I kind of seen. That's what I've been seeing from her. And I don't know. Right here it just says it's a big change, and the Warframe energy economy is a much different world than Flux. There have been some seriously great responses to this part of the dev workshop, and when we captivated everything in the workshop with expect changes, we had it in the back of our minds that this part would be most at risk for Thrash. Yup, you're definitely for sure that you're gonna be getting a lot of lashback from this for changing this. All right, because this is something that is really important to people, that Hildryn and Lavos are not going to be playful warframes anymore. Like, they're not going to be enjoyable because you're taking something like this, like an ability like has shield that doesn't run on energy like that, or cooldowns that does not run on energy, obviously. You're going to be getting a lot of lashback for that. This answer serves one purpose: to let you know what we are reviewing this right now, and will be provide details on any planned revisions when they are final. So this seems like it has not been final yet, all right? But it's coming into a decision of actually changing these warframes to energy warframes now. So this is kind of a big, huge thing that DE will probably most definitely get lashback. They might get attacked by this, but they're not actually finalizing this yet. All right, this is just a plan that they are still reviewing, and I feel like they should not do this. I feel like they should not do this at all. I think Hildryn and Lavos is a perfect warframes, all right, that are in a good spot right now where people are actually enjoying this, and I feel like you're going to be taking something away that is amazing. Now, I do want to say I'm dropping a Hildryn build, and it's going to be discussing a lot what Hildryn can do, and I feel like maybe that might be the reason why. Second reason why, but I think the huge reason why is because just maybe they're just too unstoppable or something, or I don't know why they're actually doing this. Maybe somebody came up with this idea and decided to take this away, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. But moving on, we have PSA upcoming Ducat price changes. So as we are permanently Yep, you're annoying. We are permanently adding Volkir Prime and her Prime weapons and Nyx Prime and also their Prime weapons into the Corpus Railjack missions. Alright? Now, this is going to be permanently, as they say right here. This is very important because I think people are starting to get confused on what is happening. So, of course, currently we do have Banshee Prime and Nyx Prime still available in the game, and people are thinking that this is like a prime switch out. So basically what I mean is like a prime vault that is unvaulting, but this is not the case. I mean, they are kind of being unvaulted. Yes, true. All right. The only thing is that they won't have prime accessories available to you. All right. That's not the case. They're actually adding relics from Nyx Prime and Volkir Prime into the game for Railjack, what's it called? Relics. So that's the only thing that's really changing. The only thing that's not changing is they're not basically being a new vault or unvault. I don't think that's really the case. I think really they're just putting relics for those specific prime warframes into the relic system for Corpus, the Railjack update. So I feel like that's the only thing that's being changed. I don't think they're actually taking away Veggie Prime and Mirage Prime soon. All right. I don't think that's really happening. It's just permanently putting relics in there for Nyx Prime and Volkir Prime. I don't think that's really true. To say that they're just gonna be unvaults for the next Prime vaults, But here it says the Ducat changes. Now, the Ducat changes are pretty freaking crazy. Volkir Prime chassis is dropping from 100 to 65 Ducats. So it's worth 65 Ducats when this update comes out. Volkir Prime systems from 100 again to 65 Ducats. Skendo Prime handle from 45 to 25 Ducats. Cernos Prime string from 45 to 25 Ducats. So they're taking the big numbers from those Ducats that they were worth, dropping them even lower. So this is actually terrible, wow, it's just pretty crazy because we really do search for really good Ducats when it comes down to actually trying to get prime parts and everything, and we try to sell them for Ducats and they don't give us enough Ducats, and especially for higher risk, of putting void traces on, a relic, and then trying to get that piece that is worth a lot of Ducats is honestly crazy. So this right here is kind of a huge change. So with that being said, if you do have some of these parts right now, you should start selling them, especially for Volkir Prime chassis and systems, because that goes for 100 Ducats. They're going to be changed in this new Railjack system. So yeah, this is going to be pretty crazy. But start farming now for those parts. There's a lot of parts that are going to be now dropped to lower prices for Ducats. So here are Volkir's Prime weapons. Cernos Prime is going to be one of those relics coming in the game, and Cernos Prime is definitely a really good bow. We do have a lot of Cernos in the game, and I think Cernos Prime, Proboscis Cernos, is one of the first top favorite of mine. All right, if we're talking about Cernos. And second has to be Cernos Prime. We do have the Ricotta Cernos, Mutilus Cernos, of course the original Cernos, and those are pretty amazing as well. But yeah, Cernos Prime is definitely amazing primed Cernos, and it does have a vertical spread. This basically had like a little changes to it, and it's actually doing better, to be honest. I really would take this over than what it had before. And horizontal spread and vertical spread is honestly the best when it comes down to this new Sonos Prime fix to it or changes. And yeah, it's actually really good. So this is something you want to get your hands on. Not only that, but Venka Prime is also going to be coming with Volkir Prime, and this is honestly a really good red critting weapon. I wasn't really into claws like this. All right, it does have a weird stance to it, so maybe when we actually, in the future or something, we get a new stance for the Venkas, all right, for the claws, and hopefully, yeah. I mean, I would like to play with this weapon more often, but it's just too weird for me because like the stance is just off, like it's off to me. So I really don't like it that much. But Venka Prime is literally a beast. All right. So this is a claw weapon you want to get your hands on. Coming with Nyx Prime, we have the Hiku Prime. All right, and this weapon is pretty not so good. All right, but it's like it's really good for like lower players. Obviously it's got some damage to it, all right, but not all there. Really not all there, but I have to say it's not a bad weapon. It's a decent weapon. So if you really are looking forward to getting the Hiku Prime, then definitely look forward to this. If you do have the Hiku right now, then maybe you might want to keep that instead of the switching to Hiku Prime, which we'll probably take a look at right now. If I can find it in here, it should be somewhere right here. And comparing the damages, uh, the Hiko Prime is doing better. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I guess you want to switch to Hiko Prime then, because it seems like the Hiko is just terrible, even more terrible. Next we have the Skindo Prime, and the Skindo Prime is actually an amazing weapon. All right, it's kind of in those top tier, uh, good heavy blade melee weapons, and I have to say Hiko Prime is, I'm sorry, not Hiko, Skindo Prime is a weapon you probably want to get your hands on as well. But it's kind of in the lower ranks of being a good heavy blade weapon. All right. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely pick this up if you never got a chance to actually use this weapon, or like the Hiku, or the Cernos Prime, Venka Prime. Then definitely get these weapons. You can definitely use these for leveling up your mastery rank. Definitely use those weapons as opportunity to get your mastery rank up. And yeah, that'll be really good for like those weapons that you have not used, or for any weapons actually. Well, that's all for this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this thing they're thinking about changing in the game for Lavos and Hildryn? I definitely know there's going to be problems with this. And that's because everybody loves Hildryn and everybody loves Lavos. And we definitely got Lavos this new Warframe in the game. And then they're already thinking about changing this whole thing with having Warframes that don't have necessary use of energy orbs. And basically, I feel like that's where that comes a huge problem with these two Warframes. Now, actually, I do want to say one more thing about Lavos is honestly, I don't really care if he gets a change, because not only that, but you do realize Transmute Probe. Transmute Probe has basically universal drops. So it turns orbs and ammo pickup to universal. So I feel like either way, Lavos is basically a Protea, all right, where she has a dispensary. So that's not really a huge problem for me for using Lavos. I'm still gonna be able to use Lavos as a really good Warframe, even if he gets these changes. But Hildryn is the biggest issue now. Definitely, Hildryn is going to be a big lashback. All right, especially when it comes to the changing this. I know it's not finalized, but even talking about it, you might get lashback. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these changes coming to Lavos and Hildryn? Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about these Volkir Prime and the Nyx Prime being permanently coming to the Railjack missions, all right, for the relics. And also let me know, what do you think about these changes to the ducat prices, selling these parts and getting less ducats than what you used to get before. All right, this is pretty crazy, but it's honestly pretty nice how, and I feel like this is the only reason why they're changing this, is because maybe these might be so easy to get in the game. Now thinking about that, they might be able to be easy to get in the game, you know? Volkir Prime and Nyx Prime, you know? I don't know. But let me know in the comments below what do you think about this. But that is all for the video. Alright? Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alright, love you guys. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and also follow me on Twitch. Alright, but thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.